Yo, what's going on, people? My name's Mo Gilligan. Started my comedy journey over 10 years ago. These are like some videos I've found, some old school archive stuff, some still on YouTube, which I have not seen in like years and years. My first show like? My first show was at like a place called Dulwich Hamlet, and that was like an old football club. So I performed there with some friends. I was only meant to do 5 minutes, ended up doing 25 minutes, and it went well. And then through that, I just used to message loads of people of asking if I could get gigs and stuff. So, yeah, and then a friend of mine, he went to Brighton Uni, and he was like, "We've got a comedy show, you want to perform?" And this video, like, the footage is blurry, because I didn't know about the focus and all that stuff. All right, this is it. Let's play this too. Look at this footage, man. It is shocking. And the t-shirt's like XL, boot cut jeans. This was most probably my first year in comedy. Oh no, that joke's rubbish, boy. Yo, these used to be the bangers though, you know? Like, when I look back at it now, it's not even like the jokes. Now the joke's dated, innit, obviously. At the time, it was like, I needed like a closing joke, innit? And that just used to be the one that used to work. And then through that, there's this other show called Sunday Show. So Sunday Show was a show I used to host. I wasn't always the host. There was previous host, a guy called Jamie Howard. Then it had another guy called Lee Littleman, and then like Miss London. And it was at various venues in South London. I'm talking like, this was a show where like the real roadman would come out. You know, girls would come dressed up and stuff. And it was in Soho, believe it or not. So it was in Soho. And then it moved to a location called Strawberry Moons. And then it moved to a venue called Sound. And, you know, Sound was a nightclub, but it was had a stage, had good lights. And they were getting most probably around about 200 people in per show, maybe 200 to 300 people. So I used to host. Yeah, here's that. What am I wearing? Look at this shirt, man. Man's wait. Man's wearing a picnic shirt, chinos, and a rowdy. Oh man, I think I was wearing Converses as well. What am I doing? I got a t-shirt, a shirt, and a hoodie on. Bald head, bruv. It's not bald, but my dad used to call me Malteser head, and I know why now, boy. It was just round and brown, like. It's just this perfectly round brown head. What am I talking about, man? Get to the joke. Nah, man. This is what I was doing, you know. I was talking some shit back in the day, man. Do you know what it was though? What I used to like about Sunday Show, it gave me thick skin. I think in comedy, like you have to just keep performing until you get your confidence up. So for me, I was confident, but I was still in a place where my jokes weren't tight. Don't get me wrong, people laughed, innit? It's not like I was performing and I weren't getting any laughs. People was laughing. Then like with comedy, I was trying to branch out and do different things like like presenting and stuff like that. And I remember I made this kind of show reel, right? So I made this show reel. Yeah, this is it here. Let's have a look at this. This tune used to bang though.
Check it out.
Oh wait, hold on. Man's got the slits and the eyebrows though. Yo!
Check it out.
Look at the slits in my eyebrows. Man thought I was cool, you know. This music is mad. This is so intense for a show reel. Like Ibiza 2010. Why is it so intense? Westwood as well.
You know, like they say, like,
Kidnappers indoors with sunglasses. What's he doing, man?
you know, like,
You know you want to let man know, yeah, bro. He's a Louis Vuitton, bro. You're gonna see them, innit? Do you know how long this show reel took to make? Hours. I thought this is. Oh my gosh, mate. I'm ready. I'm ready to go in the industry, innit? Man is wearing a polo t-shirt, a hoodie, and chinos again. Bear Ralph. Bear Bista. You know when everyone discovered you could go Bista and get a Ralph Lauren? It changed the game. I don't think you'll understand.
And she'll do this because she's comfortable now. She'll go back a bit.
Oh, this is my joke, boy.
And she'll ask this key question.
This is drops.
She'll say this. Babe,
Babes.
I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Do you have any
Songs
songs?
like, I mean, like, these songs like, oh, that joke used to bang, bro. Oh, that joke used to bang, you know. That was like, you know, Stone Cold, the Stunner, or the Rock. This was my, like, I was like, listen, you know, sometimes I'll be doing a set, and I'm telling you, it'll be going left. It was like, oh, this isn't working, bruv. Pull out that. It used to go down still. See, look at the crowd. Listen, 2009 to 2012, everyone was wearing denim shirts and chinos in it. That was just the uniform, bruv. With some white, they had to be like white Converse or white Vans. Oh my gosh, look at the state. Man.
I'm going to get some crumpets with some butter. And then
Like, Westwood was the show to do back in the day, you know.
I need some butter.
Trust me, the drive time show.
Because you know when you drive, yeah? You know sometimes you
Chinos
go down
again?
one-way roads. So you're driving, and you see the car coming, so you think, alright, cool, let me just reverse my thing and just let it go through. And as a driver, if you don't give someone a hand, do you know how rude that is? So you're driving.
This is mad. I wasn't driving these times, you know. What am I talking about, blood? And as a driver, I wasn't driving, blood. Wow, this show reel still going, by the way. 4 minutes in. That was gas though. That was gas still. Jokes were a bit mad, but yeah. I always thought my confidence was there, but like joke. I was always back then when I look at this, I'm telling jokes that people. This is what they wanted to hear. And that was what that crowd wanted. They didn't really go to comedy shows. They were just like, yeah, this is a show with, you got comedy, you got singers, you got poets, you might have some rappers, might be a game show. So everyone's just coming out just to come out. Comedy is like second. So in terms of how I watch myself and how I've improved, just being able to tell different types of jokes and exploring my range of writing and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just getting more confident, like, but watching this stuff is just like, wow. I am young and I am talking rubbish. And then with Sunday show, we'd have like, so this is on Link Up TV. So this was like early Link Up where Rashid would just come with a camera. As most of you people most probably know Link Up now for music and stuff like that. It's still, obviously it was still music back then, but it was still like in its early days of such. You had Jazzy as well. You know, Jazzy's huge, man. Especially back then as well, was huge, man. Because he was kind of doing stuff with Channel AKA and stuff. So people always looked up to, oh, that's Jazzy. You know, what do you mean and stuff. You know, he was like a prominent figure. We'd have game shows and stuff. So, don't get me wrong, I didn't MC. But I'd always like, look, I'll take the mic and spray. You know, that one's there. So, yeah. We got some game shows. Bit of call and response to get them on my side. Okay, what am I talking about? Yeah. I was under pressure, you know. You see me? I'm a dog. And you know, I don't bark. How is this guy gonna diss me? Well, super pre-mark. I was under pressure. Sunday show. Sunday. Oh, mate. She came back though. Credit to her. Credit where credit's due though. Her reply was, I'm wearing Louis Vuitton. So is my bag. So is my jeans. Now, back then, people knew Louis Vuitton for its leather goods, innit? So when she said jeans, I said, you ain't got a Louis Vuitton jeans, man. You know, you're just like, they don't make jeans. They most probably did. But I was like, nah, man. I need to finish this now, innit? I need to finish this.
Alright, you wear Louis Vuitton. Alright, you wearing Louis Vuitton. What market did you get that from?
Look at the crowd! Hey, look at the crowd, bro! Man was on the form that day still. But you know, like as a comic, you always want to like get out there and get on other platforms. And one of the huge platforms at the time was SBTV. Now SBTV had grown. This was at a point where it was massive.
You are watching
Look at my
SBTV
moustache, man.
comedy. TV.
Look at my moustache.
My hashtag is
Oh, blood.
went. Do you remember the Pokemon cards? People used to get punched up.
I can't stop looking at this moustache, bro. The moustache is mad, bro. It's mad dusty. Like,
on piece of paper.
you know when you couldn't go and be and you was like, wait, go for a moustache, you know?
So solid.
That's cool, man, but your moustache is mad right there, Mo. So we need to just keep this one moving instead. This was the biggest show I'd had so far. So this was at the Indigo. This was on You Got Jokes. So You Got Jokes used to do like DVDs and stuff, sell them at Carnival and stuff like that. Some in HMV as well. So this was like, at the time, this was a huge show. I think like all my family came to it and stuff, performing to like 1,000 people.
Nipple, squeeze the nipple. God, no.
Whoa.
Squeeze the breast.
What am I talking about, man? Squeeze the nipple? No. I was just excited.
Squeeze the breast. If she's got the big bosoms going there, so I'm going to have fun. My days, fam. Ladies, if you're flat chested, it's just not the same.
What the fuck am I talking about, man? Oh, man. You know, like, that's most probably one joke I think I've got from the past that I've most probably cringe at now. It was funny at the time, but I don't think I'd do something like that on stage now. It was silly, and it was just like, when I watch that joke now, so I'm like, I'm a bit cringe, you know, and I'm still wearing chinos, bruv. I think you guys have seen a little theme here still. Yeah, and now with a lot of comedy shows back in the day, you'd always have like use ways of promoting like a lot of comedy shows. So sometimes they might do sketches, and then this was a show called LOL Show, and then they had this segment called Bout to Blow. So it was like me and loads of other young comics. You know, you had Axel, Dane Baptiste as well, Uri Styler, Travis J. Baba Tunde, and we was all on this. These are the new guys basically within the young urban kind of comedy circuit. So they had like so we all done sketches in the lead up to it basically. And yeah, this was my sketch here. There we go. Sorry, YouTube, you can't see that, boy. No. No. Oh, no. I think around here, 2014, this is where I felt like I was getting a bit more confident in comedy. I was trying out different materials, a lot more comfortable on stage. Yeah, even the way I would dress. I started going through this weird phase in comedy where I was like, wearing like leather jackets, for example. So here's this basically here.
So they be talking. So I was going to get into new dress, yeah. Mid-conversation, but I'll say this to girls, so I'm like, oh, boy, yeah.
This used to bang still. I went through this weird phase, midlife crisis, mid-20s. Man had Jerry curl and that, bruv. It was mad in the streets. But nah, I think that was around that time, I'd say 2014, I started getting a lot more confident in my material. This wasn't actually 2014, this was 2 years before. This was in 2012. This is where I'd done Jump Off. A little backstory what Jump Off was. Jump Off was mainly for like battle rapping, like dances, like, you know, break dancing versus each other. Then they introduced comedy, and this was most probably one of the hardest gigs I've ever done, mainly because you got to remember this is not a comedy crowd at all. They're coming to boo and laugh, but not laugh with you. So to do this, I was nervous. And I think there was a prize of a grand, and I was like, £1,000. Listen, I can. In my head, I can buy a car with that. I don't know what car I would have bought, but in my head, I was like, I can buy a car. So yeah, like this was Jump Off. Coming to stay scheming, you know. Yeah, look at the crowd, like people on phones and stuff like that.
Ladies, single ladies in the room, make some noise. Yes, wow, see the man turning to meerkats then, boy. Look it, say now. Alright, see the man them inside, the man them. Obviously, man them like to be cool at the shows. Okay.
This was so hard, man. One guy is standing at the side, kind of like two people on their phone here. I remember I had a set, because you only get 5 minutes, so you see the clock counting down. And I was like, try some.
I'm a skinny guy. When DJ play that, when it comes on, I'm a slim guy.
No one's really laughing. DJ was just fucking up, man. Oh, this is so hard to watch. If you can see, there's Chucky there as well. Chucky's like, please be good, man. I know you. No one's laughing. I'm under pressure. Nah, man. I was under pressure, you know. Nah, man. I was under pressure. But I had the finishing move, you know. Don't ever get it twisted, you know. It's coming, innit? It is dead, innit? Couple girls are laughing. Guys are like, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Man, them are laughing because girls are okay. What are you? What you do?
Did you see me? As I said, I'm a comedian, so I like to have fun in the bedroom. I'm a fan of the lips in.
What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm just trying bare shit. Oh my gosh, man. Get on with it. I'm sweating. I'm sweating watching this, bro. I'm getting him over slowly. Some people, this is what I mean about these crowds, bro. There is people laughing. Some room are just like, yeah, man would laugh, but true say like, nah. I don't think you don't realize what it's like performing, doing comedy to this type of crowd. They don't want to hear what you got to say in it. Yeah, it's funny, but nah, man ain't laughing because man's a bad man, innit? So man don't laugh at these guys, innit? Man, that's a linky, man. Talk about gangster stuff, innit? Man.
But I'll tell you what, my favourite MC, before I go, my favourite
I don't think you lot realised. This was my finishing move, innit? It either goes well or it doesn't, innit? So I put myself under a lot of pressure to hope this comes off. I planned for weeks this joke, innit? So as soon as I was so nervous doing this, but I was like, wow, this, I think I should stop because, like, you know, your head says to you, hey man, I don't think you should do it, man. And because the set, it's hard to watch this because when you watch it, it sounds like this, they're not laughing. They're laughing in bits. But this was most probably one of the bits where I was like, whew, here we go. Let's give it a go, man. Look at this girl's reaction. The teeth fell out. The teeth fell out. Now, real talk though, not even blowing my own trumpet, but it live, the reaction was mad. Look at my hairline. Look at the hairline. Oh my god, it was mad. You know what it is as well, when you do shows like that, and it's your like peers and such, you know, people your age and they're laughing and whatnot, it feels like that let me know that if I can do comedy there, I could do it anywhere. And if you've seen the last with the Gets thing, that inspired me for what was different types of MCs. So I went cinema, told this story quite a few times, but kind of cut it up, uploaded it, put it on my Instagram, and then turned my phone on airplane mode, came back and then blew up basically. And then the next day it had like 1 million views on like GRM Daily shared it, I'm Just Bait shared it, and then all these platforms that are sharing it, such. And I'll be honest, I wasn't really on doing videos on my socials, and yeah, this was the video that kind of really blew up for me. If I'm
Trying to get cheeky. Look at your face, bro. You just sneak it. Can't see my guns in this speaker. This speaker. This speaker. That guy.
the MC that really wanted to kill you. The maddest thing is, man was using what was I using? What's it called again? It's a microphone. No, not a microphone. A remote control. Come on, man. We gotta get good, get good. Come on, man, get good. This is how man spit now, you know. Yeah, and I think for me that's how I kind of found an audience. Started trying out different stuff in terms of characters, and then the geezer kind of grew from that and stuff. So tried out different stuff.
I'll give you some. You see this song, love, it will never change.
Excuse me.
Leave it out, Alan. No need to start.
I said.
Julie, wheel up the blood clot. I said, Julie, wheel up the blood clot.
Get a couple cans.
Get the couple can. Julie, wheel up the blood clot, love. What do you mean, like a beat star? No, you got my face.
Oh, to come up with that, I don't even know how I came up with that. I just tried some stuff, and then I always thought I wanted to do like a song or like not like a song, but just do something like a little song, and then yeah, it just how it was. A lot of the stuff I would always do, especially like early Instagram stuff, was proper like, how can I say, like a lot of it was all improvised. I just tried some stuff out. Like I'd kind of practice it, like, you know, I was thinking of another character, that's Alan. Excuse me. When I was doing the Couple of Cans tour, I got offered to do some comedy on TV. Now, comedy on TV is hard because it's like, you got to remember, this show, this isn't my show, this is Russell Howard's show. So you'd have a segment where you bring comics on. I remember I was so nervous because I had this kind of small Instagram following, and it was almost like, what are they going to think? Rather than people who haven't met me, what are they going to think and stuff? It was just crazy nervous, but I always say the set was a bit thing, but that's just me being a comic. A lot of comics are always quite judgmental of their work and stuff, but you know, I'd always like, oh, this was especially doing this. I always thought if I get this right, then it will be a thing where people are like, oh, that's where I first seen you from. And plus, like, a lot of my audience hadn't seen me do comedy, so yeah.
When your dad's a Rastafarian, your nursery rhymes sound a little bit like this.
Now, just before this starts, me and a friend of mine called Conrad, so he was the one who produced this song. We was up until maybe 4 to 6 a.m. making the beat because we wasn't able to use it, because there was another song I used to do it with, and we couldn't get the copyright to use that. So we were up till 6 a.m. He's making a beat, and I'm like, nah, it's got to sound like this. It's got to do like. And we're in his studio. But it was up till 6 a.m. still sending the song because they were like, we haven't got the version yet. And this bit, I was so nervous because I was like, the thing is with stand up, you don't get a second chance in it, especially if it's on TV. You're like, that's it. So I was like, can't mess up any of the lines. Just go with it. But my thing was just making sure I look at the cameras basically. So yeah.
Me gonna tell you some real Rasta man nursery rhymes right about now. Listen. Jack and Jill go up on the hill to fetch a bucket of some water. In feed his daughter. Hey, because she's thirsty. My name is Mo Gilligan.
Yeah, that bit after I say light up, that is like relief of just like, whew, I've done it. It went well. People were laughing and stuff. But yeah, it was just a pleasure just to be able to perform on a show like this. You know, this was going out on Sky One. I remember telling everyone I was on it, and people was like, "Oh, right, I'm gonna," because people hadn't seen me do comedy before. So, but this bit here, when I done the lactose intolerant bit, I wasn't actually gonna say it. I wasn't too sure because I was like, "Are they gonna catch it?" So the fact that it got a laugh, I was like, "Oh, these middle class people like it." Let's say something again.
Right about now. Listen.
See, if you look at my face at this part,
Jack and
not
Jill
this bit.
go up on the hill to fetch a bucket of some water. In feed his daughter. Hey, because she's thirsty. Now me say free guy mice.
And I got the biggest laugh. The lactose intolerant.
No cheese, feed them. Hey, because they're lactose intolerant. Now me say, oh my God.
Now, if you look, there's a bit where I look around the room like, oh, these men are laughing, yeah? Okay. Man's funny.
Feed them, hey, because they're lactose intolerant. Let me say, oh my God. It is a ganja farm.
And even the missile bit, when we was practicing it, we were doing it, and I was like, bro, it needs like a, like, boom, drop in it, like, because we were doing it, didn't have a bit in it, and then Conrad added that. I said, bro, it needs like a lead up, because at first we was doing a different sound, which is like a G. I said, nah, we need like something like a missile or something, and then ganja farm, light it up. So that the whole point is that there's a dropping something on the ganja farm, just blowing it up in it. So yeah, but yeah, I think in terms of, I've still got a long way to go in terms of stand up and whatnot. But you know, you look back at some of these videos and how I started and stuff and whatnot. It's it's interesting to go back and look, man. Some of them though, let me tell you, no one's gonna see this one though. But yeah, man, thank you lot for watching. Don't forget to like and also importantly subscribe. Take care. Yeah, peace. That's what they do in it. That's what the YouTubers do. Peace. Peace, man. Hey man, subscribe. Peace. But yeah, take care, man. Peace.